Hello, today I'm working on the 4-cylinder Camry here. This is a 1997. I've got some radiator issues here. The engine on this is the 5SFE, and I've just got a pretty simple leak here in the top of the radiator. Right up here at this crease here. You can see it. It's been doing this for about a month now. I believe it kind of stops. I think it goes from here, right under the cap, all the way to the top radiator hose here. So I'm going to have to prep that metal there. I'm going to have to drain the radiator of all fluid so that it will be dry, and then I'm going to try to repair it. I will not be trying to solder this, but I do have a product I'm going to try to use. In the meantime, I've been trying to find the plug. So right under the fan on the driver's side, right here at the bottom of the radiator, is the drain plug, and it's the cock plug where you just grab some pliers and open it up, and it should be draining right through that hole. Let's go underneath and take a look at it. And hopefully I won't have to take this panel off, this metal panel, splash panel. But you can see the bottom of the plug there. I'm going to try to put I believe that is a 3/8 inch fitting. So let me grab my hose here. Okay, so you really can't see it going on, but there's the nipple there, and I'm just going to slide it on here. And yeah, it's wanting to come off, so we're going to just put it in the pan here. Hopefully put it right underneath there, and it will hold it in place. So that's kind of the setup there. I'm going to let it drain, and I'm hoping to possibly reuse it. We'll have to take a look at it once it's drained. But now let me grab some pliers, channel locks, and just try to loosen that plastic drain cock there. So I loosened it, but it hasn't started coming out yet. I hear it coming out of the reservoir over here. And there it is, draining slowly there. Alright, let's take the cap off the radiator here. Alright, time to move this out of the way. Doesn't look too bad. So let's move it and cover it.
So to patch the radiator, I'm going to be using this JB Weld original formula. This is a 2-part epoxy. Just mix them together and then apply. Let's see. You can use this on metal, wood, plastic, tile, PVC, ceramic, fiberglass, concrete, and more. And I was just looking for the temperature that it can withstand, and just read that here. It can withstand temperatures up to 550 degrees Fahrenheit when fully cured. So we should be really good as far as that goes. Just need to clean the surface that you're going to be patching here. Make sure it's free of dirt, grease, oil, paint, rust, etc. And to do that, I'm going to be using this Dremel here. This is a cordless handpiece Dremel. This is a Multi-Pro 770. So I'm going to start out in the number 1 or the low position. Alright, so you see the end of the arbor band. A lot of that is just, it's kind of hard to get it in there. Alright, so I just put 3 cutoff discs on, and these are actually a little worn here, but I think I'm going to need them smaller anyway, so let's try this out. So I started out with trying to use the arbor band here, and it's really hard to angle it. So I put on 3 cut-off disc here, and it works a little bit better. Let me show you kind of what's going on. So it's this is a plastic or fiberglass top here. I did think it was metal until I started grinding on it. It's kind of hard to tell. You can really, well, you really can't tell, and maybe you can kind of see it's brown, kind of there. I'm kind of colorblind, so. But yeah, it is that plastic composite. You can see the parts of the plastic coming off here, like right here. You can see on my. It's making it pretty difficult to grind on this stuff. So I don't have to really do a whole lot, just kind of get it roughed up here and cleaned. So I'm going to keep doing that and probably go out to right here, and then right under the cap here probably. So we're getting there. Not, this has been like probably 3 or 4 minutes here. So let me go ahead and work on it a little bit more, especially in the crack here. So the main leak was in the very center. Really can't see it. Well, maybe you can right here, but it's kind of hard to follow it. But I know it's in the center, and all I'm going to do is just get some alcohol and wipe it down, and then we're going to mix up our epoxy. But this took all of about really 5-6 minutes. This could have been, if this was metal, I could basically doing the same thing. But yeah, let's get the epoxy. I'm going to use this. This is a piece of laminate flooring. I'm just going to use the back side here. That's going to be the palette for this JB Weld. Equal parts. You got the hardener of the steel. Probably use the whole tube. I've got some spatulas here. More than likely I'll use one of these, but you could use a scraper. Probably be as clean as possible. And I need to open these up. So I've got this to kind of punch them open here. So here it is mixed together. You can see the gray color, dark gray. That needs to be dry, so to make sure that it is dry inside the radiator. So that's looking pretty good, I think. So you can see that I used all the JB Weld, and I really didn't need all that. I probably just needed about half of what I used here, half of each tube. Went ahead and used, since I had so much, I went ahead and put some around the neck there, but had plenty of time. Still have some working time. It's been about 30 minutes, I guess. still, it's still easy to work with. The set time on this is 4 to 6 hours, and then cure time I believe is 15 to 24 hours. So shouldn't be using it whatever you put it on for. I think 15. I would safely say 24 hours, maybe 15 hours. But I did have a problem. I dropped this whole pallet. Probably saw that. And so 10 minutes of that was picking out the leaves that fell on the ground here. So yeah, that's awesome that you're able to have a pretty long working time with this stuff. But anyway, there it is. And so I'm just going to let it cure here. Don't want it, make sure it doesn't rain. It's not supposed to rain, so we should be good. So once it's cured and set, hardened, we'll take a look at it and try it out. Just doing a little cleaning up here. Wanted to show something here. Here's another pallet that I had used on another project. About a month ago, this was what I used on some fender flares, plastic fender flares. I also used the Pergo here, laminate flooring, the backing of it. It's very slick. See the sheen here. But yeah, I used it to mix here, and this stuff really has a tenacious bond. Let me show you with the scraper here. I can't even get it off. That's JB Weld cured right there on a slick surface. So that's pretty impressive, I think. So anyway, let's hope for the best on the Radiator. We've got about 23 hours to wait on that. So here's a look at the JB Weld repair now at 48 hours. I was unable to work on this yesterday because it rained all day yesterday, but it was cured yesterday. So looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put some antifreeze back into the reservoir here. Was thinking about using the old antifreeze. I'm kind of filtering it with a coffee filter. There was some sediment, so I don't even know if I'll use that though. It's taking quite a long time to do that, and since I've come this far, I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy some new and start with some new in the radiator here. But I have tightened the drain caulk down here by hand, and I think I've tightened it enough where I won't even need to put any pliers on it. So this is a 1997 vehicle, so we'll see if that holds just by tightening it by hand. That would be awesome if it does. So I just turned the car off, let it run for about idle for about 5 minutes. Got up to normal temperature, driving temperatures dropped a little bit now. But I put in just about the same amount that I took out as far as antifreeze goes. And it's getting dark here, but you know, no sign of leaking here. And we're going to take a look at it tomorrow because it is getting dark. So I'm going to go ahead and drive the car tonight, and you know, we'll take a better look at it tomorrow. So it's the next day. I just got back from driving around. You can see the gauge there is in the center. Normal operating temperature for this car. And yeah, just checking the radiator again. Everything is looking good. Reservoir staying at the mark it should. No steaming anywhere. Just want to check the thermostat here. We're looking at 190. Hose 173. Upper hose. Okay, the radiator here, right there, 162. This side we're 168. So yeah, JB Weld's looking good here. Completely dry. 160, what did I say? I don't even remember. Around 165 degrees. 162, I think. Anyway, it's going to be it for the JB Weld repair. I think it's going to hold up well. Thanks guys for watching this video. Until next time, have a great day out there and take care.